Why, hello everybody, and welcome back to yet another episode of She is Speed. My name is Lana Ruse, and I hope you've been having an incredible evening with the Bargain Bin crew, and now over here with us on She is Speed. We have an incredible evening lined up for all of you tonight, and I'll tell you a little bit more about those runs shortly. But first, a couple of announcements before we get started. Reminder that Frost Fatale's 2023 prize submissions are open now until February 20th. Make sure to go to gamesdonequick.com for more info or use !prizes in Twitch chat to submit your prizes. Also, if you are watching us on YouTube, make sure to press the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel. Also, go to twitch.tv/gamesdonequick if you're interested in watching our live content, which starts weeknights at 7 p.m. Eastern and weekends at 1 p.m. Eastern. So this is a very special episode of She is Speed because it is actually the last one in quite some time because I will be heading off on leave. So what better way than to bring in two amazing games? We have Super Metroid and A Hat in Time lined up for all of you tonight. And so first of all, we have our Super Metroid A Button Challenge run by the incredible Freya Spirit. I'll let them explain more about it. Take it away.
Hi, we are Freyas, and this is the A Button Challenge. The A Button Challenge started in the Super Mario 64 task community, where the question was asked, how many times do you need to press jump to beat the game? And eventually it was gotten down to a single jump press off the pole in Bowser in the Fire Sea. And now here, we took the challenge to Super Metroid and asked how many times do you need to press jump? And the answer is, you press it once and hold it for the entire game. So we are going to be beating Super Metroid with just a single press of the jump button and holding it for the entire game. And we wrote a hack to make that possible, make that much easier, so we don't have to tape down our jump button. And with that, we'll get started in 3, 2, 1, go. So the key mechanic which makes this possible is that if you're holding jump and you press back, then you will just, as you can see here, you'll just jump. Unfortunately, that means that every jump we make is going to be a full height jump, which makes the controls substantially more awkward than a regular run. But it's so cool that this is even possible. We got the inspiration for this as soon as we learned that was the mechanic for back jumping. Back when Twitch Plays Super Metroid was going on, and that was one of the main ways that you could set up a jump.
Yeah, I have to say, hearing that it can be done just holding the A button the entire time is frankly a little bit shocking when I first heard about it. So I am super excited to see how this plays out.
So normally we'd be trying to get a better time than TaskBot, but with this controls, it's just not possible.
Little bit more finicky, it sounds like.
So our first challenge is that we're going to have to avoid getting hit while climbing this room. Normally you can just jump straight up, but because we jump up so slowly, we actually can get hit by steam. So as we were practicing this a week ago, we realized that this brings a lot of stuff that we normally wouldn't get to do into the game now that we run the world record route for any percent. We get to use a bunch of beginner strats that we learned when we were first learning the game. We get to use one routing bit that we used during when we were a kid trying to get the best ending. Beating it under 3 hours in-game time. And it's just cool that this is just kind of like a complete nostalgia run. We're kind of at the end of our time in speedrunning, and it's just kind of really cool that we get to show off this run. because it really does kind of combine everything that we've learned into the cool run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Normally we'd use a speed to get trick to get uncapped fall speed there, but that makes this category much harder. So we actually have to count.
Counting can be tough sometimes. I always say I don't do math, so.
So to get to Morph Ball, normally we'd do a short hop, but there's another way that you can do it with a down back, so you clear the platform. And in this category, you have to use the down back. So it uses a bunch of creativity. There's a couple points in the run where we're gonna, for a while, we were known as the person who did this in the community, and every once in a while, somebody would come up with a new idea for something that could be used, and they'd just add us, and we just gained new tech. It's really cool that the community helped us so much building the run.
Yeah, it sounds like a very collaborative effort, hey?
Everything in speedrunning is an amazing collaborative effort.
So how long did it take for this category to really take shape and be optimized, I guess?
It hasn't been optimized as far as we're aware, but it did get added to the leaderboards. Somebody else ran it, which meant that they added it to the leaderboards maybe 6 months ago. And it's possible that people have run it. We haven't actually looked at the leaderboards. We just haven't been doing anything with the community.
Mm-hmm.
As much as we love speedrunning, we just don't have the time for it anymore.
Super valid, super valid. I feel that.
So here's an interesting, awkward set of climbs. You can see, like right here, the fact that you can't control your jump height, just slowing everything down. We are quite pleased with the level of optimization that we have now, which is just occasional bits and just showing it off in events, rather than actually trying to optimize it heavily and run it and getting burnt out.
It's such an incredible showcase too. Just knowing it's even doable is so fascinating.
And the trick is finding marathons and events willing to take this run.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so for those of you that missed it, Freya's is holding down the A button the entire run. They are not letting go.
So here is Bomb Torizo. In a regular run, we try and shoot it with 15 beam shots and 15 beam shots and 5 missiles. We'll see what we can pull off here. Oh no, is this it? Well, now it isn't. Oh no. Fortunately, we took damage, which means that those aren't guaranteed missile drops anymore. Exactly, half an A press.
Mm-hmm.
The A button does jump. And turning around is interesting. If you're holding an angle button, you can actually turn around without jumping. The whole category just feels awesome.
So Ophelia had also asked, what is the routing for the run like?
The routing for the run is basically the same as a beginner any percent. The way that you can jump in this is if you're standing still and you hit back the direction opposite of what you're facing, you'll do a full height jump. That allows you to jump. Okay, so here's the first amazing trick. You can actually do a mock ball or fast morph ball to get these early supers. That was almost it. There we go. That was
nice.
One amazing example of the community helping out. So now to do a bomb jump. We have to do a bomb jump to get up here? Oh, no we don't. That's never happened before. Very good, that's never happened before.
Yeah! Love to see those.
So in order to set ourselves up for a good bomb jump, we have to back jump, hit down very quickly, and then lay a bomb. Once we have high jump, there'll be a lot more time for that. One of the interesting things is just how many rooms you just have to face tank. Because if we tried to jump over anything, we'd just go way slower.
Chat very excited that we got a that's never happened before already.
So far, this is just following the regular any % run. And pretty soon we're going to be going down the red tower towards Kraid and following the route of the beginner any % run. This room, the Green Hill Zone, is one where you get to show off beginner strategy, where you just kind of run through everything.
It's actually my personal strategy with a lot of Dark Souls games. Just run. Don't stop.
We saw the Dark Souls speedrun once, and it looked like they were just running through basically everything. It was interesting. It makes sense from a speedrunning perspective.
Mm-hmm. It's literal speedrunning.
Here's a route divergent from the world record route. When we were first doing this routing, we were very concerned about this jump. We were not sure that we could actually make this jump. But it turns out that you can just kind of barely make it. Now we do want Spazer, but it's much harder to get into a good bomb jump if we just do it now. So it's just easier to get later. And it's not needed yet. The one thing that makes this much closer to the playthrough that we did as a kid for the best ending is that you actually go down and get high jump boots before Kraid. It's definitely possible to do Kraid without it, but not being able to jump up is substantially riskier. The number of times that we've run this, it's just we haven't wanted to mess with that. So here's our high jump boots. And now we can just go straight to Kraid. Unfortunately, we will not be doing a Kraid quick kill in this run. We're sure it's possible, but we haven't optimized the run to that degree. Oh yeah, we do this every time. We have to kill this thing before we can actually get through the door. This time we actually remembered to open that door. That saves us a super missile for later, because we're going to exit Kraid's lair with full supers. So it makes getting into here substantially easier. Our getting a bomb jump started without high jump is very inconsistent for us. Very tight timing. And here's another room where you just have to face tank it. Three missiles and a super will do it in this room. And here, this room is awkward. We're gonna see if we can get through this room without tanking that much damage, face tanking that much damage. There we go.
Whoa. Nice.
Interestingly enough, we found that a damage boost is actually the safest way to get through the room. And here we have our very first boss. And we're taking him to prom.
Aw, how sweet.
So we need one regular missile and 3 supers. And jumping up here would be incredibly difficult without high jump. Because we cannot do wall jumps, we cannot do space jumps. Ah! Oh no, that's... Okay, we're gonna need 4 more missiles. There we go. Not hard, just very awkward. Okay, chat, let's keep the awful puns coming.
Yeah, they are killing it tonight.
So now we have Varia suit, which makes us take half damage from everything, as well as giving us heat protection. It's heat protection that we really need. Second of 6 E-tanks that we're... the third of 6 E-tanks that we're going to be picking up. If we remember. There's one where we're going to need your help, chat, for remembering it. The E-tank after Croc. We are going to need to get that after we grab Grapple. And we forget it most of the time, so we're definitely going to need your help. So coming up here is going to be our second and final mock ball of the run. There's an absolutely fascinating strat where we there are 2 options for climbing Bubble Mountain. One is to take the long intended strat around. The other option is to get ice early and nope. The other option is to get ice early and then do an ice climb of Bubble Mountain. There we go.
Nice.
It's still absolutely fascinating to us that you can do a bomb jump in such little space. We think we originally got the idea from a playthrough of a hack. Might have been a puzzle hack where doing that is required. And there is our ice beam. So coming up in 3 or 4 rooms is one of our favorite tricks in the run. We are going to be intentionally opening a door to manipulate a position of a waiver, and as far as we're aware, that's the only run. This is the only time in any category that you intentionally open a door to get a better outcome. Manipulate a position of an enemy. So if you just hold charge and hold down, eventually your bombs will spread like this. You'll just get the top one for free. That is a well-known beginner strat, and it's really, really cool that this run kind of is a culmination of our entire knowledge of all the years that we did speedrunning. There's just so much knowledge that goes into this run that you accumulate over time, and it's really cool to get to use it all. This is a room where we're going to intentionally open the door. And you're going to just watch the waiver bounce in an amazing way that sets us up perfectly. There we go. Holding that charge means that we get to kill the first enemy that we touch, so it doesn't knock us back, which is very nice. And that's just a really cool tech that we've never seen in any other category. And here we have Speed Booster, which lets us run super fast.
I love that. Speedrunning unlocked. Oh, that is super fast. Yes.
Probably maxes out at about half a tile per frame. Okay, so here on the way to Wave Beam is one of the more interesting tricks. We're gonna have to start a bomb jump off of We're not supposed to fall there. So we have to start a bomb jump off of spikes, which means that every time we fail, we take 30 damage. So we only have so many tries for this. Good so far?
Ooh.
Excellent. And one of the really cool things is that after this category, starting bomb jump, this has just become our default way to start bomb jumps with a back flip. It's just interesting how it affected like our main gameplay. Next up, we're going to go to Crocomire. We really love this route. Getting wave like this, then going straight to Croc for grapple. Just because this is how we played the game when we were a kid, when we were going for the best ending. It's a very beginner sequence break, but it's just very nostalgic. Because normally the game wants you to go up and down the planet many times. In the intended route, we think it's just to grab a speed booster. And then use speed booster to grab... No, what even is the route? Use speed booster to grab ice beam. And then you use ice beam to go all the way up the planet. And then you grab power bombs, and then you use the power bomb. You go all the way down the planet. Kill Crocomire for grapple, and then you can get into the wreck ship, which sends you up and down the planet multiple times. But by grabbing wave early with a bomb jump or with either a bomb jump or a wall jump, you can avoid one of the trips up and down the planet. Okay, so there's an E-Tank to the right of Crocomire that we need to get after we go grapple. And what we're going to need for you, chat, is to remind us to grab that, because we forget that half the time. Right around when we pick up grapple, we'd like for you to spam a reminder for us to grab the E-Tank.
Grab that E-Tank.
Here's our first power bombs in the game. The only power bombs we're gonna grab. So coming up, we have one try at a really cool trick that a friend accidentally discovered. A friend was playing their first rando, didn't really know the map well, and we just saw them do something really cool, and we're like, and immediately went, that has half A press applications. We get one try at this. Nope. Unfortunate.
Good try.
There is a way to damage boost off of a Ripper. We think we were too far to the right. Too far to the right still. And that would save this bomb jump. Basically, the history of optimizing this category has been cutting out bomb jumps left and right. When we were practicing, we found one more bomb jump that we could actually cut out, which made us very happy. And fascinatingly, the grapple beam is actually very useful here because it's required for us to do the Zepatite skip at the end. Otherwise, we'd have to pick up about twice as much ammo.
All right, looks like chat is doing their job super well.
Oh yeah, the E-Tank.
Oh, we've even got an E-Tank emote. Yes.
That's exactly why we needed the help, because by the time we grab grapple, we've completely forgotten about it. Right, we don't need energy because we're getting the E-Tank. And look at that, we grabbed the E-Tank.
Yay! Good work, team.
Where that's really useful is for Mother Brain. It just provides a lot more safety. So this is a missile tank that is absolutely not necessary to grab. It'd be faster if we could find a way around it. Ah! Okay, that's not supposed to happen. But as is, we may as well just take it. It's a really nice safety. And now we're on our way to everybody's favorite ghost elephant. For powering up, we are very close to finished. I think we're going to grab one super pack, a couple E-tanks, and gravity, and that's about it. And Spazer, everybody's favorite beam. Spazer is actually quite a powerful beam. And we can just jump directly up here, and not have to bomb jump at all, because we waited until we had high jump. And this Spazer beam is going to be... This Spazer beam increases our damage by about 40%, 33%, 50%. It's too early in the morning to be doing math.
We're taking math off the schedule.
And it'll just be a really, really nice DPS increase for all the bosses in the future. Especially Dragon and Batwoon, because we're gonna have to do several beam shots there. Ah! Definitely fascinating to control Samus like this. Okay, this room is incredibly awkward. Let's see how well we can do today. Getting eaten once is completely unsurprising. We'll take it. That is quite good. Phantoon is not dangerous at all with this mini E-tanks and a Variasuit, so no need to save there. Where we do need to save is right before Botwoon. There in Meridia, there are a few instant death sandpits. And hopefully we remember that save. That is the other big thing in the run that we can easily forget.
Should we call on chat?
Yes, please.
All right, chat, you heard them.
In theory, horizontal shine sparks should be possible, and we've done them sometimes, but we think something is slightly off in the hack that makes horizontal shine sparks harder, and we don't want to waste the energy, so we just never bothered to actually figure them out. We are perfectly happy keeping this just as a casual fun category to play through, rather than burning ourselves out trying to optimize it heavily. So here we are, about to hit everybody's favorite ghost elephant. Fantoon will vanish and then reappear after 1, 6, or 11 seconds. And everybody always wants fast, fast. Let's see if we can pull off a 3-round Fantoon. We know it's possible. We also have pseudo screws, which makes everything much nicer. This is the reason why we have Moonwalk off, so we can do these pseudo screws. Not a fast. Let's hope for the mid. Oh, wow. Okay, that was actually a really good round 1. 75% chance of a mid here. We are definitely on pace for a 3-round. %99% chance of a slow now. Oh no. Oh good, we did get it. We did get it. We hit Fantoon with a super and Fantoon kept moving, and we thought that we just lost it. That makes us super happy.
Good work.
So 4 more upgrades that we are going to be getting in this game. 2 of them right now. Right here is our final ammo upgrade. We're going to be getting a super pack. And that is all the ammo that we need to complete the game.
We've got some compliments on the suit colors today.
We wish we remembered who made it so we could give him credit. But it is an excellent, excellent palette, and we are so happy to have it. This is one room where the beam upgrade comes in really handy. It's just generally really nice just to be able to blast everything out of our way. The reminder for the save is once we enter the underwater area. Having grapple makes this room really, really nice.
Ooh, so good question for both Freya's and chat. Best Samus upgrade or mechanic or tool that she uses, I guess. Opinions?
The worst one is definitely space jump. There's somebody in the community used to have 3 best items in the game. One is high jump, one is X-ray, and the other is spring ball.
Mm-hmm.
So probably spring ball.
Oh, we do have some love for spring ball in chat, yeah. And Speed Booster. Yeah, it looks like Speed Booster and Spring Ball are two very popular ones.
Especially for randos, spring ball unlocks so much. There's a way to do a spring ball double jump, or if you're tasked, to do an infinite spring ball jump.
Cool.
Ah.
Got some grumpy spikes today.
There we go.
There.
We got to showcase how awkward that room is. So the interesting thing about the tube that we're going to blow up is that there's a single tile that the power bomb has to hit, and then as soon as it hits that, the cutscene can go on, and it's right above our head. And the cutscene takes place when you have your first new input after the power bomb has hit that tile. First time trying the fish like that, we had an inspiration while the room was loading, and it worked well. That's one thing we love about this category not being that optimized, is that just periodically we can have inspirations while the room is loading, and it works.
Some on-the-fly routing.
And here's where we take our save. Because right after this, there is some instant death sand pits. Definitely the most terrifying part of the run. Trigger Shine Spark without the jump button. You get into midair, and you get into midair, and then you can hit either up or R, and that will send you vertically or diagonally. And there's 10 shots to kill bot wound with this. Oh, let's not die. Okay, now we're safe. Once bot wound enters phase 2, the left side of the room is very safe. Right in this state right now, we could go to sleep, just leave it on, go to sleep, and we'd come back and it's still alive, not touched at all. Second to last E-Tank of the game. One more E-Tank after Ridley is the only power-up that we have left. And here is the instant death sandpit. So we're gonna try and not die.
Sounds lovely.
Going excellently so far. And we think we can just go into Dragon without a save. We definitely want to take a save after Dragon, because we have to go back to the instant death sandpit. So it is 20 beam shots, 20 supers, or 60 missiles will kill Dragon. So we'll see how well good of a fight we manage. Oh, we can also just grapple kill Dragon. As long as we don't get hit too much, we can just do the grapple kill. Oh, that was so much easier than counting shots. I didn't even think of that earlier.
Nice.
So we do... Oh, we could just have Shine Sparked out of here. The amount of improvising that we can do in this run is amazing. We really, really like it.
I love to hear the thought process too. It's really cool.
So here we go. 3 rounds of potential instant death pit here. And another few rounds later, before the next save. One down. Two down. And got him. So these spikes are much less scary because we have way more health, and we take half as much damage from spikes as we did earlier. So the plasma climb is something that we've optimized amazingly during practice this time. We found a way to do it without bomb jumps. Okay, hopefully we can get this bomb jump. This is one that we don't have many tries, otherwise we have to do a longer bomb jump. There we go. Close enough. And we'd say that the entire history of optimizing this category has been trying to cut out bomb jumps. And like the mock ball to get ice early is to cut out a bomb jump. The tech that we're going to do here is to cut out a bomb jump. Everything centers around cutting out bomb jumps. Because it just takes so much time.
First we cut math, then we cut the bomb jumps.
Okay, hopefully this is high enough. Absolutely not. There we go. One less bomb jump to do. Ooh. And another less bomb jump to do.
Nice.
And then we get plasma, which truly is one of the best upgrades in the game. This is just going to triple our damage. Now we have to Shine Spark to get back up there. We're gonna be 80 years old and still have the muscle memory for mock balls and short charges. And it will be glorious. Because we don't have space. Oh yeah, so we didn't talk about it, but because we can't press jump, we cannot do wall jumps or space jumps at all. So it's not worth picking up space jump because it's absolutely useless. Which makes us happy that we get to avoid the worst item in the game.
There you go, win-win.
So coming up is one of the most terrifying rooms in the game. The final instant death pit. For most of the sand, if we fall on it, we have to reset. You're going to notice us being super careful about our positioning. We believe that this last bit of sand we can just fall in. No, not this bit. The last bit of sand we can fall into, which is this bit. There's just a nice little way to get up.
Whoa. That was cool.
Sand physics are well known to be the worst part of this game, and in this run it's just the doubly worst part of the game. So next up, we are going to defeat Ridley. And then straight on to Torian. Plasma is essential because it just lets us kill everything in Lower Norfair.
Ooh, also new question. Best and worst bosses.
The best boss in this game is definitely Ridley. Ridley's a boss with a true AI, and so you actually get to have like an awesome boss fight. The worst one is probably Phantoon because of the randomness.
Yeah, for sure.
so coming up is a trick called a gravity jump. We want to start a jump with underwater physics and continue it and finish the jump with not. We want to start a jump without underwater physics, which means that we get a full jump height, and continue it with underwater physics, which means that continue with underwater physics means that our vertical speed falls much more slowly, and we get a massive jump. That sounded like it might have been it. No, we don't think that was it. What we want to do is hit back on the last frame before we lose control. And this has only a couple frames of leeway, so it's quite tight. Like, this one we don't think has anywhere near enough height to get us up there. Yeah, no. That sounds good. We heard ourselves jump. And there we go.
Oh my gosh!
And that one is kind of annoying because there's only a few frames of leeway there. Normally there's quite a bit more because you get almost enough height, and then you do a little wall jump at the end to clear it. We don't have that luxury here. Our health is not amazing, but we should be fine because we're just going to kill everything in Lower Norfair. We absolutely do need those power bombs. Oh no, we hope we aren't punished for not fully healing our health. Oh, and there's the punishment for it. We got greedy and our brain went, ooh, we're just gonna be killing everything in Lower Norfair. We don't need this health. And then afterwards, we remembered the force damage that we have to take. Both the gravity jump on the way to Lower Norfair and in the room with the rising acid. So because of the setup that we've given ourselves, we might die a couple times. Oh no, that might not have been close enough. That is real bad. Health! That'll mean that we can take 3 hits one hit instead of 0. Oh no, there's another room coming up where it's easy to take damage. Okay. This is the last scary room, and then we get a save after this room.
Ooh. Definitely holding my breath over here.
There we go. And we are safe.
Phew. I think we can all breathe a collective sigh of relief.
Oh no, but we are still down a power bomb, which is unfortunate. We'll have to grab an extra item. The power bomb's a shame. This room is going to be super safe because we can just kill everything in it. And here we are, the power bomb's a shame. The item that you have to grab if you accidentally use an extra power bomb by misplacing one. Here are the metal pirates. Two charge shots each will kill them. Or if we can get a double hit in. Okay, that's health that we need. We will be healing to full before Ridley, so that fight won't be a problem. We're going to take an upper route here, even if it is a little bit slower, just because we do not want to die. And now in this room, we can just heal up to full very easily.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that is some nice, easy health there.
Do this properly. In RBO, you can even out-heal the heat damage. The 20 charge shots will do it for Ridley. Should not be a problem at all.
You had mentioned at one point, too, that the Ridley fight is the boss with AI, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. How does that work?
So basically, Ridley will either do a swoop, U-swoop, or will, pogo. And in each case, you can manipulate the pogo so you get the safe spot on the left. Like, you can get Ridley to turn around in a pogo if you do a spin jump, and then you break spin while you're sufficiently high. You do a spin jump, and you can get Ridley to turn around from that. You know that if Ridley goes up in the corner, that Ridley's about to do a U-swoop. And so you set up damaging Ridley that way. You know that Ridley's first U-swoop is always going to be higher than the others. It should be just a very, very cozy walk to Mother Brain now.
I love that. So cozy. A nice peaceful saunter.
If anybody ever optimizes this category, we imagine in future maybe in a few years, we'll go and see what people have done with it. Maybe somebody will have actually done something with the category, and that would be amazing. Always a chance now that's on the leaderboards that some top tier player who's just kind of going through and grabbing the world record for all the meme categories will do something with this.
Mm-hmm. That's your cue, chat. If you want to get into Super Metroid A button challenges, this is your sign.
Yeah, we were actually very surprised to hear that they had added it, because that was basically after we had retired from speedrunning.
Mm-hmm.
And it turned out that there's just one other person who decided to run it and got it added. And he was even nice enough to PM us to tell us that we should add our time first.
Oh, that's nice.
So yeah, we'd say that between this and Gay Percent are the two things that we're known for.
Amazing.
So we're out of Lower Norfair. Nothing can do much damage to us. And we just gotta get to the top of the planet again. Only a single death makes us quite happy, especially because we didn't die to any of the instant death pits. A single death so far. Mother Brain is very tricky with not being able to control very well. Just because she does so much damage if you get hit by the wrong thing. And we still have fun improvising strats in this run. Because honestly, we've probably put less than 100 hours into this run, and it just means that and haven't actually combed through it with a practice ROM. Which means there's so many more opportunities for optimizing things. Let's see if we can nab the fish on the right again. This shine spark is important to eliminate a bomb jump. Ah.
I'm assuming those sand pits are probably like a pretty common reset point as well then, or?
Yeah. I think for a long time we've only run this. We mostly just run this category in marathons, so entirely no resets, but very common to die at. Here we are, back at the top of the planet again. Short little run to Torian. 15 Metroids to kill. No, less than 15. Not a day for math. More than one, less than a million Metroids to kill. If you already run the game and you know how Samus controls, it is surprisingly easy to get used to. Just because you have a lot more time to react to everything.
Yeah, I feel like it also sounds like just a bit of like exploring and familiarizing yourself with like alternate ways of movement almost. And just getting creative with it.
Yeah, we think the first time that we did this, we were just doing it entirely for fun. We didn't even think about optimizing it. We just kind of made the hack and we're like, hey, let's actually run this. And then Marathon's starting to accepting it, and we're like, oh, people actually want to see this.
I think that's the best way to do it, is do it because you love it and you find it fun.
That is absolutely the way to choose a speed game. What game would you be happy playing for hundreds of hours? Even like 100 hours just with no PB. Just you're playing it because you love it. That is what will get you good times. Oh yes, one hit KO. One hit KO is fun. Not marathon safe though.
Yeah, that sounds stressful.
So at one point somebody mentioned one hit KO A button challenge, and our instinct was, well, that sounds awesome, let's do it.
Oh my gosh.
We never actually did it because that was as we were on our way out from streaming, but we think with save states it would be a very fun category to do. And after with save states, it might even be possible to do it without. Okay, we really want to theory craft one hit KO half A press, so we will absolutely talk to you about that after. If you want to know if it's possible. Yes, that was Bunny.
Oh, nice.
And we still would like to do it. We still might do it as a challenge run for fun sometime. Most room in the game should be possible. This room, the one-hit KO hack, makes it okay to get grabbed by the Metroid. It's not technically damageless, it's one-hit KO. Permanent 1 HP. Two controllers, one player? Oh yeah, another really fun category to run is 2 seeds, 1 controller. It really forces creativity and figuring out what you can keep synced and what you can't.
Okay, wait, so how does that work?
That is done on an emulator, feeding the same controller input to 2 emulators.
Oh my gosh.
And like, for that, we found that for the first half of the game, you can keep them completely synced, but for the second half, you just can't. Okay, so here is coming up the grapple Zeb skip. We need to focus here, and let's see if we can get it first try, because we got it first try in practice. No. This could take us a bunch of tries. Grapple is actually required to do a Zeb skip in this game. Two players, 1 controller is very fun. The only time that we did that was in the GDQ practice room. There's no way that you could do that remotely. Like, any latency would just kill that.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Grapple beam will just kind of teleport you up once you get stuck in there. And that allows us to save a ton of ammo. Now we did start down a bunch of damage. So we'll see if we can pull off this Mother Brain. She deals an attack that can triple hit us, which would basically be a 1-hit KO if it somehow triple hits us. That was basically the best RNG we could ever possibly get, so we are delighted with that.
Yay!
She barely shot anything at us in the first 3 quarters of the fight, and then the transition into the last quarter of the fight happened with a bomb out, which meant that we could very easily time when she was about to shoot her catch-up beam. So, important question for all of you chat. Would any of you eat Metroid sushi?
Ooh. Is it cooked sushi or raw sushi?
Either.
Okay, I can't have raw sushi right now, but I'll have to think about cooked. Still not super tempting, but for sustenance, if it was necessary, maybe. But I can't say it's tempting.
We'd want to try it at least once. just to see what like the texture is like, and the flavor. So this right here is a very beginner strategy. It's perfectly good for in-game time, but because there's so many rainbow beams on the screen, it creates a lot of lag. But it's neat to be able to pull that out again. Maybe if you were in a date with Samus. So other question, if you were playing a Super Metroid dating sim, which boss would you date?
I love these questions.
And now, one final question. Should we save the animals so we can make sushi out of them later?
Wait, that sounds counterintuitive. Save the animals and make sushi? Lots of dating Ridley. And we do have people cheering for animal sushi, so...
One day we'll figure out how to get a Shine Spark off reliably that gets us to the top.
Oh no, referring to the animals as road trip snacks is pretty entertaining, I have to say.
We're gonna have to go back and read chat more closely for all these answers. This has been Super Metroid Half A Press. Thank you so much for having us. We love showing off this category.
Woo!
It's such a fun category that like kind of shows off the entire history of our Super Metroid speedrunning career. And we get to show off strats, like dip into strats that we haven't been able to use for years just because they're not as good when you can jump.
Mm-hmm.
We'll throw it back to you.
Awesome. Well, everyone, let's give Freya's another huge round of applause. They absolutely killed it on that A button challenge. I hope y'all were impressed by that. But stick around because we have some more incredible runs coming up. One in particular, one very incredible run. We have a Hat in Time coming up after this break, and it's sure to be amazing. Also, just a reminder, if you want to follow what Games Done Quick is up to, make sure to use !links in Twitch chat for all things GDQ. We're going to head on a short break as we get ready for our next run. So make sure to stick around and we'll catch y'all right after this. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to She is Speed. I hope y'all have been having an incredible evening hanging out with all of us. We just finished a Super Metroid A button challenge with Freya's, and it was absolutely incredible. They blew us out of the water. And the fun doesn't stop there because we have another run up on the docket for all of you tonight. But first, just a couple of announcements. Just a reminder that your subs, Prime Gaming subs, gift subs, and bits cheered on the GDQ Twitch channel help support Games Done Quick Hotfix. Please consider subscribing if you enjoy our daily speedrunning content. And speaking about that daily speedrunning content, if you are watching us on YouTube right now, make sure to press the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel. Also go to twitch.tv/gamesdonequick if you're interested in watching our live content, starting weeknights at 7 p.m. Eastern and weekends at 1 p.m. Eastern. So like I had said, for our next game on the schedule, we are going to be jumping into the world of A Hat in Time with Eliza. I'll let them explain more about it. Take it away.
Hey guys, I'm Eliza. I'm going to be running Hat in Time any percent. There's a lot that's going to go on, so we're just going to jump into it and try to explain things as we go. I'm going to be playing as a hat kid, which is this cute little girl right here on the screen. So we are gonna start in 3, 2, 1, go. So to start out, the big movement tech that you're gonna see me do a lot of is called dive boosting. And basically, if you cancel your dive right as you hit the ground, you get a nice little boost and it goes faster. So whenever you see the kind of like circle pop out of me, that means that I actually got the dive boost. So we're coming into the first level of the first world, called Welcome to Mafia Town. The first world is Mafia Town. We are gonna basically ignore the story. Okay, and I'm gonna fail at jumping up here. Maybe. Can I get up there? There we go. So you're supposed to go around Mafia Town and meet Mustache Girl, who is the antagonist of the game that you don't realize is the antagonist until later. But you can kind of jump out of that sequence and just come over here, which is where the end of the level is. So one of the main kind of features of this game is that there's a bunch of different hats that you can create. The one we use the most is this hat called the Sprint Hat. We do a little bit of a kind of cancellation there to, like, we do the hat at the same time as we're getting another cutscene, because you can overlap the two cutscenes. Otherwise, you're just kind of stuck waiting while the hat animation goes. So this next level is She Came From Outer Space, which is another one that we're going to kind of skip around a little bit, but mostly we're just going to collect enough yarns so that we have it for another hat that we need. So right now, we're just going to kind of run up here. I missed the mud. So for whatever reason, whenever you fall in the mud, the Mafia friendos think that you're an alien, so they all run away from you. Okay, if I could not fall.
As they do.
Yeah. To be fair, I would probably run away if there was somebody chasing me just covered in some sort of black ichor.
Just a mud monster running at you.
Yeah.
I'd be a little stressed.
Okay, well, I was trying to jump off of him to boost up here, but he ran away before I could get on top of him. Oh, okay. That's fine, because we need to come down here anyways for another yarn. This derusting for this has been kind of fun for me, because my main category is actually the co-op run of this with my sister. So if you've ever seen us do that, this is basically the same route, except I do everything instead of only some of it. So here we get the major. I was supposed to make a hat. So this is the brewer's hat. Okay, now we have that. So this is kind of like the the boss portion of the level where you're supposed to chase this guy, and he will give us a timepiece. So I guess this is actually a decent time for me to talk more about the story. Basically, we are Hat Kid, and she was on her way home and crashed or something, and lost all of her timepieces, which is basically the gas she uses for her ship. So we have to run around and collect enough timepieces so that we can get home. So here I go, missing timepieces because 3D space is hard. So next we are going to come into barrel battle, where we're going to grab one more piece of yarn, and then we're just going to go beat up a bunch of mafia people because they kidnapped Mustache Girl. Maybe if I can aim the right direction. So the brewer's hat lets us throw, oh, that was Rude Bird. Let us throw little potions at things that do damage. So we're going to use that a lot here in this battle because it lets us speed it up a smidge. That's the wrong guy. Oops, there we go. Okay. Yoshi Star, I see in chat you asking if the game is worth getting all the timepieces. I think so, because there's a lot of fun challenges, especially in a lot of the DLC content.
Do not think about avoiding barrels.
So this part, we just stand in this one spot, and for whatever reason, the barrels don't hit us. So this first section, they're not supposed to, but here in a second, they start bouncing around in a circle, and they just bounce right over our head. So we can just kind of stand here and make jokes about him telling us to stand still when we're standing. And then he's like, don't even think about dodging the barrels. And I'm like, well, I'm not really thinking about it. I'm just dodging. Actually, he didn't say that voice line. I'm kind of surprised about that.
And yeah, I agree with you there, where also just any extra time spent playing a Hat in Time is time well spent.
Yeah.
So may as well 100% because it's completely worth your time. It's so charming.
It's super charming. The movement is really satisfying. Mm-hmm. And there's so many hats you can collect. And they're like, when you do the rifts and stuff like that, you can get different designs for the different hats, which is adorable. All right, so this next one is kind of what I would consider the like finale of this world. There's a bunch of other optional levels after this one, but this is kind of like the final story level. And we're just supposed to kind of defeat the mafia boss. So Mustache Girl is still getting trolled by them, which, you know, Mustache Girl. So we break into their lair. Honestly, they've got a super cute lair. Like, that sign, it's amazing. Alright, so here we're going to... Maybe? Okay, we're going to get hit by a can. That was very rude. We can come up here and grab this little bucket of lobsters, because we need it to press a switch for us. Oh. If I could aim. That way we can get this key, and then go into the next part of their lair. This is a fun little skip in co-op. You can actually just, like, cancel the co-op and then drop your co-op partner through the door and not have to go get the key. So we're going to come through this little vent, into the main part of their lair and grab another yarn. And then we're going to do hopefully, some creative use of geometry here to skip over a cutscene trigger. Well, a couple of cutscene triggers, and okay, nope, I fell. I missed the other geometry that's not obvious. We're gonna try that one more time so that we can miss the battle, which is the longer part. Everybody's favorite part of 3D games is using bad geometry. There we go. Alright, so this is the first boss, and he's got a few different moves that he can do. He's got the one where he chases you, he's got one where he drops sandbags on you, and then he's got this one where he does this. You can actually bounce on his head just right and kind of get out of that part faster, but I always get hit by the lightning, so I just kind of throw my brewer's head at him. And now we should be coming into the second phase, where he gets another move where he kind of jumps in the back of the stage and then jumps at you. And then he's got his other moves as well. I tend to stay on this side because in co-op there's a quick kill that you can do where you once again abuse the fact that you can cancel co-op mid-fight and then put them back in, and you can get him to fall off this mafia ball and fall through the floor. So even when I'm in single player, because I'm so used to just being over there, I'm like, yep, we're just gonna do it. So he's upgraded his Mega Charge, his chase attack's a little faster. And then, of course, the Mafia Ball.
It's so good. Once again, I think I use the word charming when referring to this game just constantly. The theming and just the whole game in general is just, it's incredible. Very memorable as well, I'd say.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so that's all we're going to do in Mafia Town for now. We are going to come back to it here in a little bit, but first we're going to go get some timepieces in some other areas. We're going to do Deadbird Studio, which is one of my favorite areas, just because birds. There's so many birds and they're adorable. But also, it's kind of one of the slower areas, so we don't see very much of it. We might have just had a pub time. So you don't have to do this, but you can get double sunglasses, and double sunglasses are cool. So we're just gonna spend the extra couple seconds to grab the sunglasses. And then we're gonna break into the Deadbird Studio. The two different types of birds are fighting over who's better, basically. You know, as you do. Okay, come on. Okay, I'm just gonna... So yeah, since we're breaking into the studio, like, if we get seen by the birds, they kick you back to a checkpoint, and you take damage. And this level in the speedrun is just kind of all about having good movement. There's a couple of fun little skips, which honestly I really love, but a lot of it is just move good. So this is going to be like the first time we do a checkpoint abuse. The checkpoint plane is in the right spot that you can just kind of jump across there until you hit the plane, and then just take the damage. I almost jumped too close to that penguin. So here's another spot where you're supposed to ride one of those little like train car things across, and it takes forever. So we just jump up here. Okay, I fell. So we get to see that again. Yeah, so here you're supposed to go past the penguins. You're supposed to like use the light switch that I'm climbing on to turn off their flashlights. There we go. And this is the end of the level. Now we have a fun little cutscene where we meet the two birds, and we don't have a passport because we're not a bird, so we have to get a passport picture taken. And they tell us not to move, but moving's way more fun than standing still. And then if you're playing casually, you can do artwork on your passport. But that's slow, so we just kind of click through it. And that is Jetbird Studio. Next up, we're going to be going into Picture Perfect, which is basically us just being like a celebrity and getting our picture taken and saying hi to a bunch of little owls and stuff like that. And for whatever reason, it's on the moon. So physics are different, and it's the only level like this. So if you don't like weird physics, just skip this level. So mostly we are going around to get enough people to see us to get our fan club up to max diva. But there's also a couple of yarns here that are pretty easy to get, so we grab them along the way as well. Because we still need to make 2 more hats throughout the rest of the game. This guy's a badge dude. He sells you badges you can clip on your hat that do different things, but talking to him is slow, so we get a single badge in a couple of levels, and then we're like, nope, no more badges. So here we saved a dog? Question mark? I don't know. I just threw a dog off of a music note statue, so I'm not really sure that that counts as saving a dog. But did I miss somebody? I missed somebody. Oh, this guy. There we go. We do not use the time stop hat. We actually cheat on cheating the race so that we don't have to. So that is all that we see of Deadbird Studio. You saw there at the end where it like counted up my points. That's for trying to figure out which boss you're gonna fight in the finale of that area. Oops, there's the sprint hat. So this is the first of our like extra levels called Time Rifts, and they all take place in this like weird area, and they're just kind of like be good at platformer type levels. We're going to do another checkpoint abuse there instead of running around to the edge of the other side of that little tower. Oh, that was not... Wait. Was not supposed to be a checkpoint abuse, but we'll take it. This is the first time we see spiders. You can jump across them, but also you can just sprint jump across, so there's no reason to deal with the spiders. Yeah, so this is the first of the time rifts. This is where you get the extra like decorations for your hats, and the you can get like soundtrack pieces and stuff like that. And yes, Yoshi starred. That rift exists, and the birds are the worst, but we skip around them. So,
Oh, right, the one where they chase you.
yep.
Oh, I remember that one.
So,
Oh no.
we are coming into Subcon Forest, which is my favorite because Snatcher exists. We don't see much of Snatcher, but Snatcher exists, and he is my favorite character, and many people's favorite characters. So, we're gonna come meet him and let him steal our soul. Killer Squid, my current PB is a 55 something in-game time. I forget. I just got a new PB like yesterday, so I don't remember the seconds. I think it's like 55:40. So right now, you can actually just sit through this, but it's a lot of fun to punch at the bag and try to escape. We are waiting for Snatcher to show up. There he is. So this is Snatcher. He makes you sign contracts so that you can do things. And then he steals your soul.
Very Ursula vibes.
Fair.
Except it's your soul, not your voice, you know?
You know.
A little
A
different.
little different. Yeah, so he now has my soul. We never get it back because I don't go fight Snatcher because it's a long, slow fight. So these are the little cherry bombs. When you get close enough to the little spirits, they activate, and then you can use them as bombs instead of just having cherries. We use them a couple of times, but not too many times. So right now I have to collect a bunch of portraits to throw into the fire, which gets rid of. There's some flames throughout Subcon Forest that block your progress. So we have to get rid of the fire so that we can do that. Also, no censored need. There is a way to skip the bag, but I'm really bad at it, so I don't do it unless I am like really trying for a PB. So that is all of those. And well, I thought it was all of them. Which one did I miss? Oh, the last one. Okay, well, please. There we go. I guess since that took me a little bit, I'll come stand over here where the timepiece is. So now we come get another contract. We are specifically grabbing the mail contract because we can use other other areas to skip through to the other contracts we need, basically. So that is the first level of Subcon Forest. Now we're going to go do Subcon Well, where we get to deal with another little fire. I can also run into my bed. So in this area, we have to kind of travel in this swamp, and anytime you touch the swamp, like, these little hands slowly come out and try to grab you. And if you spend too much time in the swamp, they grab you and hurt you, and then you have to go back to, or they take you back to the last time you were on, like, safe ground. So that went right over that. I think I made that to safety, but yes, okay, cool. So now we're gonna do a little bit more. Oh, okay, that was not where I wanted to land. I wanted to land on the branch. Do a little bit more platforming to get some yarns. Because at the end of this level is when we're gonna make our next hat. lots of spiders around here. Oh, okay, I missed that yarn. That's fun. I don't actually know how to... Does this go out far enough for me to get that yarn? Yes, okay. That's apparently how you're supposed to get that yarn. So we're going to try this a couple of times. I'm not good at this, but you can. Oh, sweet. Okay. You can just skip up. You're supposed to use the bell to make the little leaves platforms instead of see-through, but you can just jump into the corner and it gives you the right kind of angle to just jump to the top. So this is where we get that badge that I was talking about. This is the hookshot badge. So now we get to be able to hookshot around on specific things. In this level, it's mostly the lanterns. Okay, if I could get up to the yarn that I want, that would be great. There we go. Then we hit a switch and we are out of this section. And we are on to climbing up the well. And so I'm playing in the 2.1 patch, which is when the Nyakuza DLC was first introduced, because there's some specific bugs. Hold up, there we go. Like this one, where you just like extra float for a hot second. I'm trying to get it up. There we go. So yeah, you're supposed to like hit some switches and stuff like that to get up here, but you can just, between some okay platforming and hookshot, get up here. And now we're gonna make the ice hat. We don't need it quite yet, but this is a good time to do it because there's a nice long cutscene that we can overlap the hat cutscene with. I'm gonna see if you can get some extra speed if you hit shift at the right time as you come out of that cutscene. I don't think I got it, but... That is...
I love the ice hat. It's so cute.
Yeah. I was doing my practice save earlier, and I have the, like, Santa hat ice hat, and it made me so happy.
Aww.
Alright, so now that we're done with that, we are going to go do mail delivery service, which is honestly one of my least favorite levels because it's kind of like a weird first-person shooter. Thankfully, when you're playing single player, you can swap between mouse and keyboard and controller, because I mostly like using the controller, but for this level, the aiming is much slower. So I'm gonna swap to mouse and keyboard for it real quick. And we just have to like throw packages and stuff at all of our little friendly minions here. This one, if we line it up just right, I can actually get 2 minions. I did not. Okay, cool. That's okay. I've got a backup I can go hit. So we're gonna come visit Snatcher again. Maybe. There we go. Yes, the little dino hat is also super cute. Okay, so this is the last contract we're going to grab. And it is for the Toilet of Doom, because we can use that entrance to get into the manor. There we go. Okay, I got turned around. Are we good? Do you need me to?
Yeah, let's. Holding tight and not panicking and setting the chat on fire. We appreciate it. We are getting back to our A Hat in Time run with Eliza, so I'll let her keep going. Take it away.
All right. So I think y'all might have missed me finishing the last couple of people that I was throwing the mail at, but it's just a quick throw to them, and now we've got our timepiece. So next up, we are going to go do the manor, which if you've played this game casually, you might know that it is a very slow level. So you might question why we would do it in a speedrun. Well, instead of playing hide and go seek, the devs were super nice, and they left a hole in the manor that you can just skip to the end with. So we're going to use Toilet of Doom because it is the closest kind of spawn point to manor, since we don't actually have the contract for it. And then we are just gonna jump across to where it would be. Do some more dive boost because there's lots of blank area around here. And then we are going to do some creative use of mechanics to get across most of this without actually using the bells too much. Well, at least not using their intended purpose. They do give you a little bit of height, so it makes it so you can jump further. So we're through that part. Now we just gotta kind of dive boost around to the back of the manor so that we can sneak in. This is my least favorite part of dive boosting because the ground is so uneven that it's really hard to get the timing right. So here is the creepiest level that some people love and some people hate. Manor. We get told we're not allowed to use our hats in here, which makes sense because hats would make hide and seek much more difficult for Vanessa. But yeah, so there's a little hole there, so we just kind of crawl through it. Okay, I failed that epically. If you jump properly, you can jump on top of the door and then jump over the cutscene trigger for that. I'm just gonna open this chest and grab another timepiece. And then we're gonna go back to another rift. And I'm really bad and like never remember which rift is which until I actually get into it. So I know that this is the pipe rift, and that's all I know right now. So we are gonna, now that we have the Queen Vanessa's Manor entryway, we're gonna use that because it's the closest one to the pipe. We're just gonna run over here to the little pipe. in the corner that's leaking sludge and go into the rift. I need to re-equip my hookshot badge because when we were doing mail delivery service, it gives you a special temporary badge that overwrites your hookshot badge and then doesn't re-equip the hookshot badge for you, which is kind of rude, but hookshot across here.
I think these rifts also played a large part in the comparisons this game got with Super Mario Sunshine as well, initially.
Quite possibly.
Kind of like some of the turning blocks and stuff I remember are a little reminiscent of it. Oh yeah, and sure enough, someone in chat says the very same thing. It's like these kind of are reminiscent of the levels where you don't have flood.
Yeah.
The secret levels, I guess.
So that was the pipe. We're going to go do one more rift called Village. This one I vaguely remember is one that uses the bells some. And that there's a skip that I'm not good at. So we just go into the main entrance because it's closest. We're going to turn around and grab us a yarn from the creepy noose. The nooses talk to you, which is creepy, but also kind of fun. So we've got that yarn. Now we're just going to kind of speed our way over to this other rift. And do some creative use of geometry once again to skip over some parts of it. Right here, there's like one spot on the... Okay, I didn't quite hit it. Like one spot on this middle board that is slightly higher than the rest, so we're gonna give that one more try, and if I can't get it, then I'm gonna... Yeah, okay, we're just gonna use the spiders. Okay, the spiders are gonna hurt me. That was rude, spider. They didn't like the fact that I tried to skip over them. Yeah, so this has the bells, which... Oh, okay. I'm just gonna fail at that epically. So the bells do basically the same thing as one of the hats that we're gonna get here in a little bit called the Dweller's Hat. Why am I not grabbing onto things? Hat Kid, please, could you... Okay, we might be redoing this one, because Hat Kid is not grabbing onto platforms. Please? Okay. I think I should be good for the rest of this. I don't think there's anywhere else that I... Well, I mean, I say that, but... these cookies are fun because they just kind of disappear after a second. Also, they're cookies. So, I think I was hungry the first time I played this, so I just kind of assumed they're cookies, and will always assume they're cookies.
Oh, they're 100% cookies.
Oh, yeah, that one's definitely got, like, a chunk bit. Now, yeah, they're definitely cookies. Okay, cool. I feel vindicated. So here there was a spot that I could have done, like, a big jump from on top of the bell over there. But that's, once again, one of those things that I'm just not great at, so... Tricks that I need to spend more time practicing to get some more PBs. Alright, so that was the second rift here in Subcon Forest. So now we're going to go do Toilet of Doom. Who's just a great boss. Like, it's a toilet. And he attacks you. So, you know. Just gonna zoom our way over to the toilet boss as things jump up in our way. And we're gonna try for a quick kill. So we have to go through this first phase. And try and do it as quickly as we can. I did not quite get to the right spot so that the cherry bomb was closer, but basically anytime that, you know, we can hit the toilet, we hit the toilet. Nice little outhouse. Got a little flower box there on the side and a heart in the center. Just kind of oozing some slime. So here he's going to give us some more cherry bombs. That was not great RNG, but where the cherry bomb appeared first. So we're just going to kind of swing in a circle a little bit. Okay, there we go. And apparently get hit. That's not great. I'm going to actually take the time to get a heart, because I'm not comfortable with not going into quick kill with full health, without full health. Ooh, I did not get that. Okay. If you time that right, you end up underneath the toilet and you can push him off of the giant cherry bomb, which then pushes him outside into his death plane. We get to see the full thing. Yeah, that's Toilet of Doom.
Nice.
And this is the last timepiece that we are going to get from Subcon Forest. We've done basically everything in here except for go fight Snatcher to get our soul back. So now we're going back to Mafia Town to get some more timepieces. Like I said earlier, we are trying to get enough timepieces to go home, which is 25. So we kind of, you know, pick the levels that are the fastest and easiest to do to get that 25, so we can go fight Mustache Girl. So this is Golden Vault. Throughout all of Mafia Town, there's like 5 or 6 of these little vaults that each one you need 4 tickets to open of the correct color. The golden one just so happens to be one that has a timepiece. So we're gonna come grab some tickets, grab a couple more yarns. Oh my gosh, I did not mean to land on that. I just want my yarn, please. Somewhere. Here it is. There we go. So there's our 3rd ticket. We're gonna come get our... Oh, that's the wrong jump. Come over here, get a couple more yarn, get our last ticket. And then now we're going to use the ice hat to get back up, because we're pretty far away from that center where we started, and we have to get back to the vault to get the timepiece. So the ice hat lets you kind of spring around on those ice boards. That was Golden Vault. now we're going to come back into Golden Vault so that we can get to the next rift, which is the sewers. If I remember correctly, sewers is another one that I'm not great at. I do really great in practice, and then I come for a run and ruin everything. So once again, Golden Vault's just kind of the closest location to where the actual rift is. So we're going to use some kind of creative use of wall jumping to skip a bunch of those. Oh, nope, I did not get that. Now I'm going to go back to the beginning. Okay.
On the plus side, we get pup time.
We do get pup time. He is trying to decide where he wants to lay. So we are just gonna not do that skip since I missed it once, and we're gonna wait for some platforms. And there is the sewer timepiece. Now we're going to come in and we're going to do heating up Mafia Town, which is basically a very large game of the floor is lava. Literally. So, for whatever reason, Mafia Town has spouts that are lava instead of water. And
Seems
yeah,
good.
Seems fine.
Mm-hmm.
And when they are all turned on, nothing is safe and everybody is sad. So we get to go around and we are going to turn off all of these faucets. So we do the first three, and then we are actually going to death ward because Mafia Town is huge. And we have to take some damage to get to this next one anyways. So we're going to damage our way across here and turn this one off. And then that gives us a checkpoint, so we can just die, and then it takes us back up to the top. And then we are going to attempt to do what's called stuck warping to get back up there after the next couple. So basically, there are parts of the terrain that count as safe and other parts that don't. So things like the top of a palm tree or the top of a chest don't count as safe, so they are not saved as your previous safe location. So we use those to get out here and shut this faucet off. And then we are going to make the game think we are stuck. Okay, jumped a little too far there. And because it thinks we're stuck, it just warps us back up to the top. And then I'm gonna do one more of those. Not quite all the way to the top. We're gonna do it up to this little guy since I wanted the extra heart. Hey, Power Forge, what's up? So that is the last of the faucets, and we're going to try a stuck warp with this one as well. Nope. Okay. So we're just going to climb up normal so I don't die. Because if you die, you have to see that whole cutscene again. Just kind of lame. And while it doesn't take too long to get up here, it's, you know, it's faster to step warp. So we boost our way up here and grab another timepiece. So next up, we've got one more rift that we're going to do. And we're going to enter using a barrel battle. Climb up here and then jump kind of, oh, okay, there we go. Outside of the boundary a little bit and down to this rift. This rift is kind of fun if you time things right, because this just spins around, so you can go whee and just kind of zoom down that. Honestly, belly slides are so like satisfying to just kind of zoom around. And then we get to come wait for this block to come back around so that we can get that timepiece. And that is the second to last rift that we're going to do. We're going to come do cheating the race. There's two different ways to do cheating the race. There's one way where you have super duper good movement, which, if y'all have been watching this long, I clearly do not. So there's a secondary way, using an abuse of chests. So we're going to come in here. You're supposed to have the time stop hat, because the Mafia dude is clearly cheating. He's got his little rocket. He's clearly cheating. So you're supposed to have the time stop hat, and we're gonna hopefully. Oh nope, I messed that. Okay. We're gonna have to redo this. I'm just gonna turn on the skip cutscenes again. Yeah, okay. I was like, I might be able to make it to the chest in time, but I also forgot to make the hat that I was supposed to make when I was talking to him, so it's okay. Oh, I'm missing a yarn. Okay. Well, we're gonna have to deal with that. I don't remember which yarn I missed, so we'll just get an extra yarn. I know where a few extras are. If I could have halfway decent movement here. We are going to get this chest. And while we're in the chest, we are invulnerable. So instead of that like little death that we saw earlier, we get to just kind of roll our way down here. Which actually, oh, the yarn's not there. Okay. I was gonna say that actually that takes us right to a yarn, but we're just gonna real quickly dip back into Mafia Town because we do need that last yarn for the Dweller hat so that we can get to everything else. So the chest I got just has a what's called a relic, and when you get the relics, there's a bunch of like there. So the first one is a burger. Oh, I forgot to turn skippable cutscenes back on. It'll be auto skip. So you have to kind of like stack the two artifacts to make a burger. I'm trying to get back out. All right, so now we have the Dweller's Hat. And then once you get each of the artifacts, you can actually do more in-depth time rifts. Those are kind of fun, but they take a lot of time, so now we have the Dweller's Hat, which does the same thing as those bells throughout Subcon Forest, where it makes so it makes anything that's green appear, and then anything that's purple, like a block we're about to see, disappear. So now we're going to come to the lab rift, which is Yoshi Star's favorite, where the birds chase you and push you off.
So thoughtful.
Yeah, it's so nice of them. So we're going to mostly just kind of avoid the birds as much as possible. Oh, that was close. And that is the last of the rifts we're going to do. We're now about to come into my favorite part, which is the Yakuza Metro DLC. It's basically a big free roam, but there's also some fun shenanigans you can get up to because it's a big free roam. Actually, I need the ice hat. There's the ice hat. So, gonna come into the free roam and do some zooming around. So not only are there like fun ways to get to the timepieces, there's also these trains all over the place because you're in a train station, and the trains go fast. So you go fast, and going fast is fun. So yeah, you just kind of, if you run with the train, you just like super zoom. Oh no, okay. So here you're supposed to get dirty, and then the little mouse thing would clean. Okay, I didn't quite have the angle right for that, but there we go. And then, yeah, the little mouse, it's a cat. I don't know why I called it a mouse. The little cat Roombas will clean you up and bounce you. But you can just climb up the wall, and then we're going to come attack this cat because he is trying to run away with our timepiece. And we're gonna meet the matriarch of the Yakuza. She's a great character. She gives you money every time you get a timepiece. So we are going to do what's called boop clipping. And this is the other reason that we are on specifically the 2.1 patch, because booping got pulled out of the game because it's broken. If you boop at just the right time, while being just close enough to the edge of something, you can clip through geometry. So we clip out of the geometry, and then we come over here to this nice little wonderfully colored box, and maybe. Okay, hi is not booping. And we are back inside for another timepiece. So for the next two timepieces, we are actually going to leave and go back to the hub, because we can use that yellow manhole start location to get us closer to where we want to be. It might have gone back in. I know there's definitely been changes to the boot. So yeah, so we use the manhole because it gets us close to where we want to be for the next timepiece. We are going to climb up here. Oh, that was rude. Nope, that was rude. Maybe. There we go. Okay. Now we're on top of this train so that we can come up over here. I'm gonna fall down apparently. That's okay because we can get back up there from more creative use of ledges. Yeah, so you're supposed to jump around some of the different trains and use some hookshot spots to get up here to get that timepiece. And then we are going to do the same thing again because that timepiece is right next to another checkpoint. So we're going to do another little bit of checkpoint glitching.
I just love that all of the trains are pulled by cats. Just makes my heart super happy.
There's so much, as you were putting it, there's so much charm. Like,
yeah, there really is.
I love the cats. This and the Snatcher DLC are my two favorites. Oh, that was rude. Thankfully, it puts us pretty close to where we want to be to climb back up there. Because we get to do that again. So, if we come up here and walk up into the ceiling right here, we hit another checkpoint. So, as we fall down, we get too far from the checkpoint, and the game's like, wait, what? You're supposed to be up here. So it just kind of puts us way up top. And we get to do some more bouncing around on some more of these friends. And just jump across here to the next timepiece. So we are at 24 timepieces. We got one more timepiece left before finale. Get our money. We're gonna come over here and get filthy so that the cat Roomba comes out. Speaking of I just realized the Roomba yarn is the one that I missed. I'll show y'all which yarn it is when we go back into the spaceship. So we use the Roombas, jump up here, and then we can walk on this ledge to get out here. Some more birds that attack. Ooh, I almost didn't make that.
That was so close.
That was a little close for comfort. So that is the last of the timepieces. We're going to go back to the hub, and Mustache Girl is gonna rob us. And by rob us, we're going to rob Hat Kid as Mustache Girl. A fun little scene the first time you go back after you get 25 where you are Mustache Girl. You break into the ship and you steal all the timepieces. And so they're timepieces. We use them as energy for our ship, but they also have lots of other powers. And Mustache Girl just kind of makes the world back the way she wants it. which is pretty rude of her, but, you know. So we're gonna come back up here. And somewhere we have a little Roomba. Where is our Roomba friend? There he is. So he has a yarn, and that's the yarn that I missed earlier. So now that we have 25, we can come up into the finale area. And in here we have 3 switches that we have to hit. You're supposed to use Ice Hat to get that one, but you can also just jump up to it. And this is Finale, which was the last level of the game before all the DLC. It's also one of the longest single levels in the game. We skipped an entire area because that area is very slow. Like, it's also pretty free roam like Nyakuza, except everything is super far apart. So Xeno Veritas, yes, Mustache Girl is basically just Red Riding Hood in a really poor disguise. So Finale is lots of lava. Hat Girl has decided that, or Hat Girl, Mustache Girl has decided that everybody is a criminal. And so they are all kind of in line waiting to be judged, because Mustache Girl is judge, jury, and executioner. And we don't like that, so. We're gonna dash our way through some flames and some bullets and some general platforming. In one of the earlier patches of the game, there's actually a semi-easy way to get out of the out of bounds. So in one of the earlier routes, this was all just you jump along the top. Oh no, I'm gonna fall. Okay. So we're about to come up on one of my favorite enemies. We have nicknamed him the Yeet Boy. Okay, that was rude, cat. Because he's a giant goat, and if you get in front of him, he yeets you across the room. He's one of the enemies from the area that we didn't go into, as well as that cat that stole a pwn from me. And pwns are the little, like, orbs that I've been collecting. There's another cat that we thankfully missed that can also steal your hat from you, which is rude. So that was Finale. And now we are coming up on the final boss fight. So skip some cutscenes where, you know, Mustache Girl is doling out punishments. Okay, that was rude. That was phase 1. We heal fairly often between phases on this fight. Now we kind of run around and try to dodge the timepieces as they fall. If you get lucky, you actually don't have to move too much, but... So this is phase 2. This is where the fun begins. Mustache Girl does lots of different abilities, and they are painful. So like that one, she's throwing timepieces, and if you're standing on the black line, you take damage. So we're about to enter the next phase, and I know that because she's firing the laser, except I can't actually hit her. So all of the enemies that we've previously fought are like, yo, that's pretty rude. We're gonna help Hat Kid out. So right now the Mafia made, you know, a ball so that one of the birds could be on top of it so that we can hit her. And now she defends herself with a little thing, a little ball. So we gotta wait for the next little cutscene. So Snatcher friends up with the Yeet Boys, and since, you know, they can yeet things, Snatcher gives them cherry bombs, and they yeet them into the arena. And we throw it, and then it breaks the thing so that we can hit her. If we're lucky, you can get multiple hits before she goes back into the orb, but that's all completely RNG. So. Ooh. She being nice, letting us get a bunch of hits in. So now she gets mad because everybody's helping you, and she tries to kill a bunch of them. And everybody realizes that they can help you because you get hearts sometimes when they die. So they start just, you know, fighting themselves to give you extra health pones, so that you can take on Mustache Girl. And this is like the final phase of the fight. It's pretty impossible to die here because you just constantly heal. It's also very, very colorful. And she moves super fast, so... And all of her attacks are like supercharged, like she throws like 400 timepieces instead of the like 6. Come here. And that was the last hit. So we're coming up on time here once I grab the giant orb of timepieces. And time.
Yay!
Yeah, so that's a hat in time. We got all of our timepieces, and now we can make it home safe. Thanks for having me on for this adorable, charming game. I'm glad that I got back into it because I tend to jump around speedruns so much that I'll play a game for like 3 or 4 runs and then be like, all right, what's the next one? So...
Oh, this game is incredible. I'm so happy you were able to come on to show it off. It's definitely one that I cherish deeply and that I've enjoyed as well. So I'm super happy to have had it on the show. While we're watching this last cutscene, tell us where to find you. Any final shoutouts? All of that?
Yeah, I mean, you can find me pretty much everywhere as Eliza with 2 A's at the beginning. On Twitch, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter. I haven't been streaming as much lately, but hopefully soon I'll get back to it. Work's been kind of crazy, so... yeah, I mean, thanks for having me on. Thanks... Honestly, special thanks to Fatals for getting me to start really speedrunning. It's like I had done a couple of runs before, and then I started watching GDQ, and then I started watching Fatals, and I loved it. So I was like, yep, time to speedrun more. So
Amazing. I love the shout out to the Fatals too. For those of you who don't know, Frost Fatals is coming up in a couple of weeks now at this point. So get ready for a week-long marathon featuring a bunch of incredible women in speedrunning. It's going to be such a great event, and it will be here on this channel for that entire week. So make sure you pop in for that. And as we watch this final cutscene, I'll go through our final announcements here as well. Just a reminder that Unapologetically Black and Fast was this previous weekend, but if you missed the show, you can check out the VODs on our YouTube channel. They are going up now, so once the show is over, if you want to keep watching some awesome GDQ content, you can go check that out over on our channel. And also, like I had said, this will be the final episode of She Is Speed for quite some time as I go on leave for the next couple of months. But there are still so many incredible shows that are lined up to watch. So especially tomorrow, make sure to come back and check out Game Masters and Time Capsule. They are sure to be absolutely amazing. And I thank all of you for hanging out with us tonight as we got to show off Super Metroid, the A Button Challenge with Freya's Spirit, and with Eliza with Hat in Time, any percent. It was loads of fun, and I'm glad that you were all able to hang out with us tonight. So stick around because we are going to be raiding out and sharing that love. But once again, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight for She Is Speed and for Bargain Bin earlier. My name is Lana Ruse, and we're heading out. Take care, everyone. Have a great night.